Here's something interesting you don't see every day. So, it's my Amiga 1200. I hooked up here a MIDI interface, MIDI in and out and through. Hooks up to the serial port. It's got a pass through. If you got a printer back in the day, you can just hit that button and it will pass through to the printer. What I got hooked up here is, I don't know how many people have been exposed to this, but I had an MT32 that I used on my PC. Never used it on the Amiga. So this is actually the first time I'm going to try it. I found it in the garage. It's been in the garage for 21 years. Cleaned up really nice, opened it up, cleaned it up, did some alcohol cleaning, checked for caps, everything looked good. I know it works, so I tested it with a MIDI keyboard, but I've never used this or this with Amiga. So I know there's a section in Amiga Game Selector for MT32 games. So let's load it up, see what happens. Here we go. Now this will bypass all the Amiga sounds, and wow, it's working. Calling Roger Wilco. MIDI is being received right there. Let's see how this sounds. Space Quest 4. That is awesome. Very cool. All right. Wow. Very cool. And I'm going to lower the volume here if I could. Yeah, it won't. Okay, well, that's very cool. And that's only in mono because I didn't plug in the left and right. I just used the mono out. So it has two jacks in the back, left, right, or left is mono. Very cool. I'm happy. I'm amazed that all this stuff works, considering how long it's been sitting in the elements in New York City. We have brutal winters, a lot more brutal in the past than they are today. But nonetheless, we have a lot of Mother Nature has a lot of mood swings here in New York. So it's been in the garage, and seems to be unaffected. But wow, 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 wow! That is very cool. Sounds crystal clear too. I spread a lot of deoxide in this thing, but and the same for this little MIDI box there. Very cool. So that is the MT32 on an Amiga. Let's try one more. Let's try. There's only half a dozen of these. Conquest of the Longbow. Okay, let's try that. Let's see what that looks like. Let's see what this, if it passes some data on the display again, like it did for the last one. Robin Hood. Yep, it does. That is so cool. Okay. Your bow is need. Okay. I want to hear it in stereo. I'm not going to make a difference for this video because I don't have direct audio out, but I want to try it. That is very cool. And it seems to also be doing MIDI sound effects. So I was like, how is it, does it need to be plugged into the monitor simultaneously? I don't think the monitor is giving any audio, even though it's hooked up to the Amiga still. So all sound effects is being generated through the MT32 as well as the music. Very, very, very cool. Now this would be great for the LucasArts Scum, but interface. This is still cool though. I wish they had more of these games supporting this, because it is a treat. I mean, the Amiga sound system, sound chips were great for games, much better than PC at the time, but this is definitely above the rest. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a version that was released. I'll look real quick, but I remember I used this for the PC, and Wing Commander, the very first Wing Commander I played using the MT32, and it was at the time stunning. I don't think there's a version of the Amiga that has MT32. Let's take a look. Wing Commander. There's a CD32, not MT32. I wonder if it supports it. Let's just see. Is it supported in game? Probably not. Probably not. Nope. That's the Amiga. I don't think there's a way to change the settings, unfortunately. Nope. All right. Well, it really sounded nice on this. Although the Amiga version of the music sounds much better than the normal PC, so not going to complain. But yeah, there you have it. An Amiga with the Roland MT32 sound module. Thanks for watching.